can do you want to discuss any NFL games? I know the Chiefs Bengals one is probably the game of the week, which is a rematch of the AFC Championship game, and it's
Well,
the
and
CBS game of the week.
yeah, and then Philadelphia, Tennessee. That's kind of a big game noon there on Fox, and then also low key a good game that no one's talking about. Um, but 3:05 Central time, Miami goes to San Francisco.
Yes. Well,
You know,
yeah, a rematch of the or a little bit of a battle between two former coaches as
yep,
Mike McDaniel returns to San Francisco where he was the OC last year.
yep, exactly, and a little bad blood potentially from Jeff Wilson and Raheem Mostert this week, talking about how we have a quarterback now who can finally sling it. And we have so much talent here on the offensive side of the ball there in Miami. And this is going to be a good test for this Dolphins team to figure out if they're legit or not. Like you're playing a real team in San Francisco, in Santa Clara, against the hottest defense in the NFL. In Week 7, the Chiefs had this opportunity to go up against this Niners defense, and they put up 44 points in over 500 yards of offense. Can the Dolphins, officially say, "Hey, we're in December, and don't take us for granted. Let's like don't sleep on us right now." So I'm intrigued for that one. And then Dylan, like you said, for this Chiefs game, this is a big game for them because there's a little something going with this Bengals team. Do they have the Chiefs number? If the Chiefs get a 10, 14-point lead in this game, is there going to be a moment where they sit back and say, "Oh boy, here we go again"? Because in the regular season last year, they were up in that game 14 rip, and they were up 28-14. In the conference title game, they're up 21-3, 21-10 at halftime. And the Bengals, they just kept clawing and fighting, scratching their way back. And then also you look at this Chiefs schedule. After this Bengals game, you look at it, there should be a lot of wins. You got Denver, who's riding off the side of the cliff.
Surprised
And
Hackett still has a job today.
I am too. I mean, unless these owners just want a clean slate and they're going to fire everyone at the end of the year and they don't want to give anyone a shot. You got 2 games against Denver, Houston, Seattle, and Las Vegas. I know it sounds like a lot of win for this Chiefs team, but they got to take care of business Sunday on the road in Cincinnati. The Bengals are getting Jamar Chase back. Um, this young, inexperienced Chiefs secondary, this is going to be a tall task for them. Spags, he's playing a lot of man coverage this year. Can they hold up against T. Higgins and Jamar Chase coming back from injury? And then can this Chiefs offense continue to just roll? I mean, putting up 400 yards these last couple of games. Can they do it against a Bengals team who adjusted well in the second half in both meetings last year? So, it should be a good game. It's going to come down to the wire, and I'm excited for it on Sunday.
Yeah, well, and the other part too is how good is we're gonna find out how good this Bengals offensive line is against the Chiefs pass rush that really seems to be finding a groove
Mm-hmm.
as of late. And also Patrick Mahomes' undefeated record in November and December is going to be put to a test.
Put on the test, and also to your point, this Chiefs pass rush, they played good on Sunday, but Bryce Perkins, he didn't have much of a chance in the passing game. We're not going to deny that, but that young man had some impressive legs on him, and he got out of a lot of bad situations. Could Burrow get out of those situations on Sunday? And last year, the Chiefs had plenty of opportunities to get to him in the second half in that AFC title game, but they didn't rush with contain, and they let Burrow make some plays with his legs. I mean, Chris Jones is getting home. Karlaftis had his sack on Sunday. Frank Clark had a lot of good rushes. He was bringing pressure. Carlos Dunlap deflected another pass. Mike Dana's having a couple sacks these last couple of weeks. Willie Gay is a blitzing linebacker. L'Jarius Sneed. Can they get to Burrow? And if they can, and he can't get those deep shots, the Chiefs have a great shot at winning. So this will be probably the last tough challenge of the year for this Chiefs defense, because Week 18 against the Raiders, I don't know what it'll be. They could have the 1 seed wrapped up and their starters don't play, or they might have to get a win to get home field. we'll see.